Hello, we are the Yosemite Sams, here to talk to you about the environmental changes of Yosemite National Park. So to get you oriented, Yosemite is located in eastern central California in the Sierra Nevada mountains. The park is about 1,200 square miles. The formations of the park are caused by the interaction between glaciers and rocks. Yosemite was first protected in 1864 by Abraham Lincoln. It's really known as the park that influenced the idea of having national parks, and John Muir's love for Yosemite was instrumental in bringing together the national park as we know it today. Climate change in Yosemite. Climate change has taken a significant toll on Yosemite National Park within the last century. Some current statistics about the climate change happening in Yosemite National Park are that from the year 1895 to 2016, the total area within the park warmed at a rate of 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit per century. In recent decades, from 1950 to 2010, the park has been warming at a rate of 3.4 degrees Fahrenheit per century. Nighttime temperatures have also increased by 7.6 degrees Fahrenheit from 1915 to 2012. Future projections. Scientists are predicting that in the century of 2000 to 2100, average temperatures in the park may rise by 6.7 degrees Fahrenheit to 10.3 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see at the bottom of this slide here are images of a GIS map that I created depicting the average annual temperatures in Yosemite National Park from the year 1900 to the year 2020. I used a layer and cool-to-warm gradient color system to show the temperature increase. The total average temperature increase from the year 1900 to 2020 was 6.7 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, these temperature changes may seem like small numbers, but they have a big impact. These changes contribute to dwindling snowpack and dry waterfalls, an increase in fire activity, the shrinking of glaciers, trees dying, shifting ecosystems, and even a change in the visitor experience.
The other noticeable change in Yosemite from the early days of John Muir is the human impact on the native flora and fauna. Yosemite has a magnificent series of trails throughout the park. The challenge the GIS data indicates is how best to encourage 3 to 4 million annual visitors to stay on the trails when hiking. The importance of natural park access for people versus the preservation of wilderness habitat is the dynamic expressed in this next map. How do we encourage a respectful attitude toward the natural world while acknowledging the human desire to explore?
The hydrology of Yosemite is dependent on its two major glaciers, the Lyell and the McClure glaciers, that drain their water into the Merced and the Tuolumne rivers. Comparing the two images on the right taken in 1883 and 2013, it clearly shows that the Lyell glacier has melted almost 85% in the past century. The map on the next slide showcases the size of the glacier in 1900s and the size of the glacier at present. We can clearly see that the climate change has led to the fast melting of these glaciers, and the impact is so huge on the hydrology of Yosemite, contributing to the existing water shortage in California.
Wildlife corridors typically connect or create a barrier between wild habitats and environments to places where human activity or engineering is present. While these corridors aren't heavily present in Yosemite current day, there is huge potential and payoff for the National Park Service to begin designing and incorporating them. Corridors have so many positive effects on wildlife, such as boosting biodiversity, maintaining populations, helping ecosystem services, and more. As of today, there is only one major corridor design in the park that was completed all the way back in 2002 by landscape architect Lawrence Halprin. By increasing the presence of corridors in sites near walking trails where there is a change in habitats or spaces with heavy animal or human foot traffic, the park can become even healthier and continue to thrive.
It is clear that the Yosemite National Park has been impacted by the existing climate change and the humans using alternate routes of trails, destroying the natural ecosystem and disturbing the wildlife. With the temperatures rising, the glaciers melting fast, and the human footfall increasing, it's a topic of consideration whether there should be limited entry into the national parks to allow the nature to heal itself. We have also incorporated a few techniques from the book How to Live with Maps, such as using the color red-blue or blue-green to make it more readable for the visually impaired.